Hello, and welcome once again to the Varlastan Circle, a D&D 5e adventure in a homebrew setting brought to you by Penance RPG, an actual play podcast and Twitch variety stream. You can find out more about Penance RPG at penancerpg.com or in the stream information below. I'm Lunrwolf, an occasional variety streamer and creator of our Varlastan setting. I'll be guiding our cast through the trials that await them this evening. Starting out with Aria.
Hello, I'm Dragon. I'm playing Aria, who is our Asimar Ranger. She's not delighted about being in the middle of a fight, but, other than that, it's fine. Everything's fine.
It'll all be fine.
Not quite so worried about us killing random innocents, though, given how we finished off last time.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Fair
is
enough.
useful, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Let's see how that goes. Jack.
Hello, I'm Amy. I play Jack Herring, our happy-go-lucky rock gnome thief. Jack's not too keen on being in the middle of a fight with tentacle-faced creatures that he's never seen before and who look creepy. So yeah, he's a little bit freaked out.
They certainly do look creepy. See how you go on. And finally for this evening, Malexire.
I'm Coakley. I play Malexire, the Tiefling Divine Soul Sorcerer. And honestly, I'm kind of pumped for being in a big fight. I have a brand new spell that I've been waiting to try out. So, yeah, fuck it. Let's see how we do.
And you're not going to get screamed at this time for killing someone.
No. Everybody's free game.
Listen, no one screamed at me the last time I murdered someone because everyone helped me murder them. So it was fine.
Is that when Aria was sleeping that you were trying to keep secret?
No, it was the time before that. But
Goodness, Aria's reaction must not have been strong enough then.
Okay. Well, where we left off last time, you'd just managed to bring down someone who had encountered you. And when you murdered them without prejudice, a gribbly creature emerged from them, and you managed to murder that as well. So you're 2 for naught. Good start. But as the little gribbly creature died very messily, there was the sound of a gong from the centre of town.
Yay.
And that's where we left it.
Mm-hmm.
However, as you look around from the gong sounding, you notice a ripple moving towards you through the air. Just a visual disturbance, perhaps. Does anyone have a reaction that they wish to make?
Don't think I have anything useful.
Is it close by? Is it close enough to
It's
grab?
coming right for you. But it's a ripple in the air. Grabbing it would feel like grabbing air, you would imagine.
I mean, I feel like we should probably run. That can't be great.
You certainly do not have time to run.
Can we duck?
You can try.
Does it look like it's like the entire, like a wall of air, or just like a section?
You can't tell.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I'll try to duck.
Brace myself, I guess.
Yep.
Try to dodge. 13 to dodge.
It might help. It might not. Let's find out. As the ripple passes over you, you become drowsy. Make me a charisma save.
Oh.
It is a magical effect, and you have a +2 to your save due to Silic's aura of protection. Unfortunately, however, Silic has rolled a 1.
And I've rolled a 6.
Doing well.
Is that your total 6, Jack?
Yeah.
Have you done that with advantage?
Yeah.
You rolled a 6 with advantage. How?
Oh. Ouch.
Because I have also 2 points of exhaustion as well.
Which don't have any effect on you making a saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh well. How did the rest of you do?
I got a 20.
That'll do. How we are?
Mhm.
I don't wanna.
Well, you have
I might as well have not.
to. What did you do?
I got a 1.
You rolled a 1.
I did.
You failed your saving throw.
Badly.
Okay.
Well, this is
So.
unfortunate.
Malixire, your companions crumple to the ground around you, affected by what you are certain was a magical sleep spell.
Oh. I guess it's time to just start kicking people until they wake up.
That is the prescribed remedy for a magical sleep spell, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you like to kick first?
If I kick... If I kick Silic, he'll most likely be able to also kick someone else awake. So, I'll go for him first.
Okay. You kick Silic's shell, you bruise your toes on it.
I'll kick a soft bit.
The underneath
It's
of
so
his shell
soft.
is the bit he's lying on.
The underneath of his shell isn't going to be that soft.
Soft. He's gonna be, all his limbs and
It
everything are
could
gonna
be
be
like
in
arm
his
and
shell.
neck, arm or leg.
Okay, then I'm gonna kick Arya.
That's
I
much more
love how
effective.
our objection was, that's not how turtle anatomy works.
Perfectly reasonable.
Yep.
But yes, kicking Arya is enough to dispel the slumber from her. So
Good.
that's fine.
Oh. Oh. Well, that was unhelpful.
Yeah. Your job is to get Silic awake and I'll get Jack.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Arya picks herself up off the ground and then goes over to Silic. Crouches and, like, touches his arm and's like... Gives him a little shake. I think he might have hit his head when he went down. He's, out pretty cold.
Hmm.
You have seen Silic at this level of unconsciousness before.
Yeah, and we dragged him through a forest and it didn't wake him up.
Yep.
I don't think we
That's
can
the one.
count on him for this fight.
That's
Meanwhile,
fine.
Malixire, a quick kick to Jack is enough to wake him up as well.
Oh. Ow! Gonna rub his face as well because he's probably face planted the ground.
I was about to say, I didn't kick you in the face. It's fine. Just a little bit in the ribs.
No. Oh.
Yep. Sleep spell.
Ugh. Okay.
Mm,
Where are we?
in Gribbly Tentacle Village.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Next to the
Yeah.
town square. You lot accidentally killed someone and then he respawned.
Oh yeah, the
You were
weird
also
pinnacle.
involved in killing him. Don't try and wash your hands of this.
I'm not the one that's incapable of restraining people.
Defense, we were only trying to keep them quiet. It wasn't our fault that they died.
Listen, where we go
I mean,
one week.
someone kicked them in the head.
This
Someone with large, hard hooves kicked them in the head.
Fair
Go
point.
look at Mal.
They
Listen,
respawned. It's okay.
yeah, it was fine. I mean, they respawned as a little brain monster, so you know.
Yeah. There's clearly worse going on in this town than us being
Aye.
clumsy. It's fine.
Either way, given that we were next to a house, can we just shove Silic in the window as a safe hiding spot for now? Assuming there's an empty room next to us. I feel bad leaving him in an alleyway.
Probably just maybe find a barrel to put in front of him. Maybe that might be easier.
You will
Some
certainly
black-
need to find something you can do to keep Silic safe, because he is,
Mm.
of course, very vulnerable.
I
Okay.
wonder, do turtles have a reflex where if you poke their arm or leg in the right place, it pulls into their shell?
Maybe.
That sounds like the voice of an experiment to me.
It does, but do we have time for an experiment?
Probably not.
I mean, that's going to depend on what everybody else is doing while you're tickling a turtle.
I mean, we can all
You
do
two
that.
cover me.
Okay. Jack's gonna slip into stealth and take point at the head of the alley and just keep a lookout. See if anything's coming.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll each poke an armpit and see if we can figure it out.
I mean, I was going to try. It would make more sense for one person to take both legs and one to take both arms.
Yeah, all right.
And if not, we can just kind of bend the joints and push it as far in as possible.
Turtle contortions. I see.
Yes. What on earth would we roll for this?
You don't. That's fine. A little bit of underhanded poking, etc. Does turn out that there is a reflex to retract the limbs. And as long as Silic doesn't know that you did that, that's probably fine.
Everyone's keeping secrets now.
So now you have a turtle that's slightly more portable by virtue of not having limbs flailing around the place.
So we had been hiding round a corner.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still pretty close to the wall?
Yep.
Hawk him through a window. I'm telling you. We're in an alley. Somebody's house will be on one side. There'll be a room. We can just.
How?
Hmm?
How? Is a tiefling with a strength of 10, a gnome and an Asimir going to lift a turtle through a window?
This
Actually,
is what I'm saying.
it's a
Barrel,
centipede.
blanket.
How are we gonna get
Literally,
rid of the
we
blanket?
find something and cover him so it's not obviously a
Like
person.
a tarp or something.
Yeah. Because I ain't going to be able to lift him up and put him through a window.
Yeah, I do
How
not
we
Dra-
think.
we had a
Yeah,
sled the last time to drag.
Yeah,
And
that was
was
hard
still
enough.
not.
Yep, that's fine.
Technically, I have some ball bearings. We could like roll them, but yeah, let's see if we can find a blanket.
Try and find a tarp or something.
Yeah.
Does someone have a blanket?
You all have blanket.
I was just about to say. I was like, we probably have blankets in our in our kit.
In our
Like-
packs.
Yeah, just take one out of there, one or two out of there.
Blanket pile.
Put some rope over it, and make it look like it's like a.
I mean, he's got his cloak. That's a good start.
Yeah.
I'll throw mine over him as well. That'll do. We don't have a
Yep.
lot of time left for
No.
finesse, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, with Silic somewhat disguised, at least against the casual glance, what will you do next?
So, we heard a bell ringing from the town square. There's going to be a whole lot of people in the town square. But ideally, we want to try and figure out what is happening. So we could try and use the alleyways to sneak our way up to the town hall. That feels like a good, place to be if you're the creepy monster in charge of everything in the creepy town.
Sneak our way through.
Okay.
Can try. I'm not sure how effective sneaking's going to be when we'll be the only things moving, presumably. It'll be fine.
You can stealth us, right?
Yeah. Yeah, sure. We'll do that.
Oh, the stealthy stealth.
So I shall cast Pass Without Trace,
Okay.
muttering to myself as quietly as possible. Just remember, I can't do anything else while I do this, okay?
Mm-hmm. Something tells me if we need you to do something else, we're not going to be stealthing anymore. So,
I mean, that's probably a good point. I can actually include Silic in the stealth while we're close enough to him. It just won't last.
we are going to be like wandering off though.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
he's
probably
hidden
is.
for a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
Quietly as we go.
Hmm?
No murdering.
Unless we really need to. Or we really want to.
No.
Okay. So we start heading.
Be stealthy. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you go up the alleyway, everything's pretty quiet. You can see at the far end of the alleyway, not particularly close to it, you notice a couple of people just walking past, looking directly in the direction they're traveling, not making any noise, not looking around them in the slightest. That matches up with the with some of the people that you'd seen initially. They just seem to be going about some sort of normal daily duty without really engaging with anyone. So they walk past the end of the alleyway. They're out of sight in only a few seconds. You're probably another 10 or 15 feet from the end of the alleyway yourselves.
Yeah, then I think we can maybe peek our heads out, look each way, see if we can figure out where we are in town in relation to the town hall. If there's any other back alleys we can sneak down.
Or
I
even
thought they
things
were
we
in
can
sight
duck
of it before.
We were, but I imagine that the end of the alley that's leading us towards it is going to be through the town square. That was the impression I got. I may be wrong.
We're under
So,
stealth. We don't need to worry about being in back alleys.
Fair.
Pretty much, unless you're actively poking somebody in the eye, they're not going to see you.
Okay. So if we just stay out of their eye line, then
Yeah,
You'll
then
be
we should
fine.
be fine.
You should be
Yeah.
fine. So as you look around the end of the alleyway, you can still see the guardhouse, which seems to be the focal point of activity. There are a couple of the tentacle-based monsters kicking around further back towards where the guardhouse sits. You can see one of them is just stood ominously in the mouth of what appears to be the stable area. There are a few guard just stood around. It looks like they're paying attention. They're largely looking in the direction that you were previously in. And that's about all you can see, other than the folk who are just walking from A to B, picking things up, carrying them somewhere else, putting them down.
We do need those horses.
We do.
Are they going to be tentacle horses?
does it work like that? I don't know if it works. Maybe.
Listen, we're in a whole new world here.
They might be fine, but it feels wrong to just grab the horses and leave. So,
Yeah.
I guess we should try to.
Unless we grab the horses and use those to move around faster, but with much less stealth.
I mean, I
If
don't.
anyone get into combat,
I hate saying this, but maybe if we started a small fire in the stables. I hate saying it. Don't want to say it.
I don't.
And then they'd have to get them out and create some.
Or maybe not. Maybe when things die here, they become tentacle monsters. I just
I know
don't
when I
know.
die.
That's the problem. We don't know. Are and Belioth still didn't really have any information that could help us with this.
Yeah, this is a blank spot under this
Yeah.
dome.
I mean, it might not be. Now we're in it.
You can ask.
So I grab Belioth's opener from my hip.
Mhm.
I'm like, Could my leave no trace possibly cover the sound of opener? Probably not a question for right now. Opener, please respond quietly.
There is no answer at all.
Well, that answers that question.
Yep.
We're on our own.
Oh,
Right.
good. Oh, well, to be fair, we managed to cut our way in here. If we can, like, cut our way out, walk to where the town hall is, cut our way back in, we could just avoid all the sneaking. Hopefully.
Do we
Yeah,
go
that's
back?
no problem.
Do we go back and get Silic and put him on the other side so he's safe? And then walk the way?
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yes, we should. That would be sensible, wouldn't it?
Okay. We'll go back and get Silic.
Okay. So we head back.
We'll take some like by sight measurements to try and figure out exactly how many, well, maybe not exactly, but roughly how many steps we're going to need to take to, like, you know,
It's not so
Ariel.
bad now it's night. Don't need to
Yeah.
worry too much.
as Harry as a ranger. I feel like that falls under rangering.
We can also open the veil more than once.
Yeah.
Since it's nighttime, there's far fewer people out for it to be a problem.
Very true.
Okay, so we go back. I shall open up the veil. We shall shove Silic through. I'll
So,
make sure to open it right
I-
down to
I
the
ju-
ground.
I just want to check. Are you proposing to try to leave Silic in a town in which you are hunted?
We're
Because that's
wanted
better.
criminals.
Because that's better than leaving him in an alleyway where he might get stumbled over by a tentacle monster.
Ooh.
Yes, we were. That was very dumb of us.
But, like, you
Oh.
know, which
He's not
one's worse?
Well, he's not moving, which means that the sleep spell worked on him, so the monsters will ignore him.
Mm,
Yeah.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have bothered with the sleep spell.
true.
So they think we're asleep if we anyway, so they're just looking for us. So now that he's hidden, he should be safe. But they're probably still looking for the who they think's under the sleep spell.
Mhm.
So I look through the gap in the veil I've created. Go through, drag these two through behind me,
Okay.
And- close it up again.
Okay.
Right. Okay. I will now need to recast Pass Without Trace.
You don't need to recast Pass Without Trace because you haven't done something else that requires concentration.
I would have thought that the
Don't argue with it.
okay.
Opening and closing the veil does not require concentration.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's orientate ourselves.
You are in an alleyway, in pretty much exactly the same position you just came from, except it looks a little bit nicer on this side.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
All right. Let's try and figure out where
Carry
we want
on.
Yep.
Yep.
So we're going to try and get ourselves into the guardhouse or the town hall. I think the guardhouse is where all the activity was. But the town hall, like I said,
So-
that would be my immediate first
Ju-
guess.
Just to clarify, there has not at any point been any mention of a town hall, except when you've
Oh.
said it exists.
Perfect. I'm so used to our nice towns back home. They've always got a nice town hall.
So this
Okay.
has just got a guardhouse and the stables.
So we
Aye.
go towards the activity where there was the activity.
Mhm.
Is there a building in roughly the same place on this side?
Yep. The guardhouse is in exactly the same place, and the stables are in exactly the same place. They are both clearly guarded by several fairly bored-looking town guards. And on the far side of the guardhouse, you can see the circular building that will be the local representatives.
Yeah.
I want to go to one of the side walls of the guardhouse where there's a window. And I think... yeah. Go to one of the side walls where there's a window. I want to open a small window in the veil. And hopefully there will be a window on the other side that we can have a look through.
Okay. So you make your way through the square towards the guardhouse. Are you going behind the stables, or are you going around the other side towards the representatives' chambers?
What do we think?
Are we going into the guardhouse to like figure out what's going on, and then
Yeah.
we want the horses. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Um,
But a peek at what's happening in the guardhouse would be useful.
yeah,
I think we
then
should,
we
go
can at
to
least
the,
position.
we should look at the guardhouse
Yeah.
Yeah.
to at least have a better idea of what we'd be potentially dealing with at the stables.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you going behind the stables, or are you going on the other side of the building?
Other side of the building.
That's fine. You get there without anybody noticing you. You're super stealthy. There is indeed a window conveniently located. You can see through it, unless you're Jack.
I'll lift Jack up.
Are
Me
you
and
showing
Abby
Jack?
lay.
Are you showing Jack the occupants of the guardhouse? Yeah.
Yes.
This is not the garden. We're going through the window. Never mind.
I just see this
Fortunately,
small
there is-
child appear through
Yeah.
the window.
Fortunately, there doesn't appear to be anybody on the far side of the window on this side of the veil.
Lucky.
Okay. Imagine you were going to go ahead and open the veil up again, were you?
Yes.
Okay. As ever, takes only seconds to do. And you can see very quickly that there is indeed a window right there. If you peer through it, you can see that there are a small number of what look like guards stood around, but they're just literally just stood with a really blank expression, like they're just waiting to exist almost.
Waiting for...
Instructions.
yeah. Okay. Okay. That suggests that unless something fatal happens to them, people in the town are just mind controlled.
Yeah, they're like further extensions of
Mhm.
their reach almost.
But they
Yeah.
don't have their own
Autonomy?
yes, they don't have
Yeah.
their free will.
Yeah.
So they're not going out and making their rounds necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're almost like drones.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mindless
Yeah.
drones.
Yeah, that's probably the best analogy. Okay. I shall close that up again.
Okay.
Stables?
I guess. But we need to. I feel like we can't just. I'd feel really guilty if we just leave, because we're supposed to be champions of the blighted. And this town feels pretty darn blighted. So, yeah, we'll have a look at the stables.
We'll have a look. We'll see if there's
If there are
anything that
actually any horses.
Yeah.
also.
It'll be useful to know, but I'm just trying to think how we can. Okay, yeah, we'll go to the stables.
I mean, if we see an opportunity, I could maybe try and stealth kill the one that's standing in the stables. He seemed pretty mean faced for a squidgy monster. Stabby, stabby.
You would have to be able to kill it very quickly,
Mm.
like in one stab. And maybe they've got extra skulls. Who knows?
Well, we'll see what we see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be interesting if you try that.
Okay, maybe not now.
Just looking at Jack's maximum damage.
Yeah, no. Maybe not. He's a small thing, but he is brave, but he is only little.
That's
Yes,
fine.
but you're not on your own, so that's fine.
No, this-
Exactly.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. So, let's go look.
Yep.
Okay. Move round the back of the building to the stables. I assume you go around the back of the building rather than walking straight through the guards.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not going to
That-
test pass without traces limits.
I mean, I have every faith in this ability. But I don't want to have to cast it again after a fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think it would help if, like, one of us tripped and stood on a guard's foot or something.
No.
None of you are that clumsy, surely.
Oh,
Yeah.
Greg, do you know me?
I know. All feet on the ceiling and face on the floor. That's the way it goes.
Yep.
Okay, so you go around the back of the building into the stables. The horses also don't notice you because you are super stealthy, which is good because they'd have gotten quite noisy otherwise. There are about half a dozen horses here. It would absolutely be enough for you to take back to ground, not ground you. Missing a note, dear me. But you'll need to take them back so you can go to ground you. But this will be enough from the conversation that you had before that you would be able to do that straight away.
Mhm.
But these horses are on the wrong side of the veil currently.
They are, and I can't imagine they're going to be happy about going through the veil. It would be doable, but not ideal.
Can you calm animals or do?
I can talk to them, that's fine, but horses are a bit flighty.
Mm.
Just in general.
I have bread and rolls and treats.
That would help. That would help.
We can offer that as like a.
But we still
Useful.
have the issue of
Gribbly tentacle monsters.
horribly tentacle monsters and a town that is blighted as heck.
Oh, why don't you ask the horses what's going on?
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the stables other than the horses?
There's nothing in these stables other than the horse.
Okay.
And the guards on the outside edge.
Then I guess I shall go and talk to them.
You're still on the upside at the moment.
Yes. Okay. Can I just open this gap up bigger, go through and walk into the stables?
You can open up a way up to go across into the other stable.
Yes, I
You
would
don't
like to
currently
do
have
that.
one. So.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's what I would
We
like
haven't checked. We haven't checked through this bit yet.
Right. Okay, I shall open up a rift and have a look through, make sure it's safe, and if it is, go through.
Yep, looks safe enough. You
Then
going on your own, or is everyone going?
Jack will come with her just in case. Just as an
Yeah.
extra pair of eyes to keep an eye out.
I'm not going to stand in the middle of Wantedville on my own, so I guess I'll.
Okay, come through and I'll close it back
Yeah.
up behind us.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
a little bit like pulling teeth so far. Okay, I shall cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. Fine. Just speak with animals. Doesn't require concentration, so I'll let you away with that.
Yay. Okay. Let's speak to the horses. Hello? Are any of you awake tonight?
Who says that?
I'm... Don't worry, I'm a friend. I wanted to ask if everything's okay with you.
We need apples. We are hungry.
Look at Jack. Apples?
Give me a second. Let me have a look.
We should have some apples that we can give you. That should be fine.
We are very hungry.
Are you not getting fed?
Yeah, sometimes. Long time.
Oh dear. When did food start being scarce?
Man with brush. Stop. No brush.
Oh,
Reasons?
okay. Look back at Jack and Mal. Okay, it's been about 3 days since the man that grooms them and keeps the stables has brought food in.
Oof.
So it's probably it shouldn't be too much longer than that there's been issues in the town. But
We heard there were issues in the town before we left 3 days ago.
that's true.
So-
So things are getting worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not great.
No.
Okay. Okay, shall I take some of the apples from Jack?
Yeah. Yeah.
Take the apples and I will slice them in half because it's easier for the horses to eat. And walk along and kind of like... What I'm envisaging is that they'll just kind of see floating half apples. And I'll put one of them under their nose.
Can you make me a dexterity check?
I can try. $18.
That's fine. You manage to move along the line of horses, provide each of them with half an apple, and keep your fingers from being bitten.
Yay!
Because they can't see if they're biting your fingers, so it's your problem.
Yeah, that's fair. I would hope that between basic training and being a ranger who can talk to animals, Arya's fairly good at not getting chomped by things.
Not getting nipped.
I would hope.
You would hope.
Okay. Right. Has anyone else come in? Apart from the man with the brush and me?
No. Thing stands in the door.
Oh. Do they have weird tentacly things that aren't like arms?
Is a thing.
Fair. Thank you. And Arya just kind of rolls her eyes at herself like, why did I expect a horse to know what a tentacle is? Okay. No, okay. Is there anything else we want to ask?
Short of
Mal,
with
Jack?
monster, brain monster in them. Like,
Yeah, it kind of sounds like once they've got the
yeah, that they would be.
pull in that it's eating them
Yeah.
alive kind of thing.
Yeah, so you probably know about it.
I don't know if there's a village of people worth saving.
Well, yes, but also
I mean, that's not the impression I got from this.
No?
No. And can we finish the horse first?
Mhm.
Not being able to think of anything else immediately, Arya's going to say to the horses, don't worry, I have no more stupid questions tonight. I shall try and find out what happened to the man with the brush and see if we can get some more food brought in for you as soon as I can.
man with brush is good. When can we run?
Soon. Soon.
We
One way
wait.
or another. Sorry?
We wait.
Thank you. Good night. Can probably go outside and then back through the veil to talk.
Mhm.
On the other side. Okay.
You're going back to the other side again.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
That's
Because
fine.
quite frankly, somewhere where we're wanted criminals feels far more comfortable at the moment than whatever the hell's going on there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay,
I don't
so
want a worm in my brain.
the loss of contact with the outside world isn't the same timing as things have been changing inside the village.
No.
No, there's a time difference.
It feels like they might all be under a spell
Mm,
rather than. Like, I don't think the horses are being controlled by anything.
no.
No.
I don't know whether. So if it's just a spell, that can be despelled. We can get rid of that. Or
Hmm?
if it needs to be kept up, then if we kill the caster, then it'll go. Which would suggest that there are people who could be saved still, though it's not a guarantee.
Mm.
On the other hand, you might be right in and most of them are already gone.
But even if they're already gone,
Killing the
What?
spellcaster or thing might.
Well, no, if they're
Stop the
already
rest.
dead, then they've respawned as something that's no longer them.
Yeah.
but even if that's the case, what's preventing whatever's doing this from moving on to the next town?
Absolutely nothing. And we know it's already hit several towns.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
So,
yeah. Okay. What do I have that could be useful in locating? I don't know if I have anything that could help me.
Depends what you want
locate.
to locate, really.
Would it make sense for us to go towards the bell?
The gong, you mean, that's sounding?
Yeah. Was the bell or was the bell at the guard station?
It sounded, and you haven't seen it, so it sounded like it was in or immediately at the guardhouse,
Okay.
and you didn't notice a similar anything resembling that on the upside while you've been moving around this area.
Hmm. Okay. How are we going to... Do either of you have anything where you can work out where if there's anywhere that's got a really high concentration of people or things?
nope.
I don't think so.
Short of a big distraction.
That's not really what I meant.
No, but it would certainly show us where everyone's going to come from if they're going to run out and find out what's happening.
But are they necessarily going to behave as people normally would, or are they going to behave as drones, where there's a
True.
central mind that only sends out some?
Hmm.
Did I try and cast Primeval Awareness last time? I think I did.
I think you
That's why we
did.
know aberrations.
Yeah. But if I remember rightly, it was very much a forest for the trees kind of thing.
Mm.
Yeah, that doesn't really help with
'Cause-
where to.
Yeah, because all it tells you is whether they exist, not anything about them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not useful. Is there a town hall in the normal village on this side of the Vale?
No, there is the Circle Representatives building.
That would be the sensible place for us to check and see what's on the other side, wouldn't it?
Mm.
That would involve breaking into the Circle Representatives building.
Why?
I'm assuming that we're wanting to. Well,
No.
no.
We just
we
need to go
don't-
up against the one.
In theory, there's no reason why there would be an equivalent building for it.
Very true.
Circle's only on this side.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Can we go to... Not too close to the roundhouse. I don't particularly want to attract the Circle's attention here.
Okay. How close is not too close?
15 feet away?
Okay.
Hopefully it'll be far enough to avoid any spells or charms or things. And I guess, yet again, I'll be using Opener and making a hole in the veil and looking through.
So as you bring Opener out and start to open the veil, you can hear just a little hint of a discordant noise coming from Opener itself as the veil is shut.
Oh,
Oh.
Like
That's
feedback
concerning.
or interference or something.
Okay, that's interesting.
Hmm.
But on the other side of the veil, as you peek through, it looks like it's just a shed.
Okay, I guess
It's a
that
small,
makes sense.
it's a smaller building. It's not very interesting. There's no marking to indicate what sort of a shed it is.
Right.
Hmm.
Do we want to go in the shed?
I mean, I kind of want to go in the shed.
Hmm. I want to understand what the interference is.
That might be. Well, either that means we're close to something very powerful, or it's got something to do with the roundhouse.
Mm.
Maybe.
But
Okay, let's close up this rift for now. And
Okay.
again, I will ask Opener to answer quietly.
Yes.
I'm glad to hear your voice again.
This is not where I expect to find myself. We should make this quick.
hmm.
On your side of the veil, the town in this location seems to be being controlled by gribbly, tentacly monster things. There was a barrier put up that separated it from the rest of the world, and several days later, the animals stopped being fed. And we saw someone die, and then another of them appeared. Do you have any suggestions on what could be causing this?
A tentacle-faced creature. Sounds like the legends of the Illithid or Mind Flayer.
Well, that sounds positive.
It definitely
sounds
seems to be
likely.
mind controlling them.
Illithids are not, in legend at least, noted for their mastery of barrier magic.
Hmm.
So possibly an illithid working with something else.
A circle member, maybe?
I wouldn't expect it on that side, but maybe.
It would explain the resistance for
Hmm.
going through.
Maybe. Do I know or can I remember if there's a favoured terrain for illithids?
You don't know.
Okay.
You haven't ever heard of Illithid in your own right.
Yeah.
I admit I'm not entirely sure what to do. I feel like we should try and save the town. I don't really know how to.
I kind of want to know what's going on with the resistance for the roundhouse. Because if it's not thingied with barrier magic, if illithids aren't used to using barrier magic, then it kind of, what you're saying is like they're partnered up with someone else.
The circle
Someone-
don't have any way to get to the other side of the veil that we know of.
No. But someone who can block out, like, Opener's semi-omnipotence is... Yeah. Hmm. Does kind of imply maybe another god.
Could be the inner circle.
Hmm.
But again, they would then need to have their own way to cross the veil.
Yeah.
And why would they go to a town on the other side, which is poorer and has fewer resources?
I'm just remembering what happened to that roundhouse that had all the artifacts in it.
It exploded.
Exploded. But did it explode?
Well, it did. We just don't know why it exploded.
Hmm.
Opener, do the legends of illithids say if they are attracted to physical things? Or is it mostly mental? Like if we go to the richest house in the town, are we more likely to find them there?
The legends of Illithid speak only of their desire to consume the mind.
Okay. Thank you, Opener. I shall put Opener back in its sheath. It looks like we're just gonna need to go through and search and find the darn thing.
I vote we start with that shed. least conspicuous building in town.
Yeah.
Like, if I had to
Okay.
hide somewhere, that's what I would aim for.
I mean, there wasn't there one near the stables or standing outside the stables?
I mean, a lot of buildings in a poor town are gonna look fairly similar to sheds. But
Yeah.
I mean, we have to start somewhere, so I don't see any reason to not.
Okay.
Yep.
And we can.
I say, worst comes to the worst, I have at least 3 fireballs, so that's 3 sheds that we can get rid of very quickly.
Why did I bother putting opener away? Really? Pull opener back out, make another rift, and we can go through.
Mhm.
Through
Okay.
in the
Right.
shed or go through the shed.
You don't through, and you don't come out next to the shed.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
We need to start this hunt somewhere, so
As you glance around, you notice that you are not very far from at least one of the creatures identified as sounding like illithid.
Okay.
Let's look into stuff.
is this one on its own?
It appears to be. Much like the one was in the stable doorway.
Shall we take
How-
it down?
We
Yeah.
do know that the second one of their little brain monsters died, an alarm sounded.
That's true. That's what caused the sleep spell, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Damn.
So,
Maybe
like,
not.
unless we can really kill it very quickly, even then that might cause something, but, you know.
Yeah, but it could be the mere act of it dying is what sets it off, I guess. Yeah,
could-
okay. I
could
guess we
still
shall
open-
ignore that for now
Or-
and go try to open up the shed and look into it.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because I'm pretty sure we're going to need to take down these illithids.
Oh, we will, but, like, we should at least have a defensible position first.
In a shed.
I mean, no, not in a shed. But if we can cross off some of the buildings,
Yeah.
at least, then yeah.
Okay. And what is it you're looking for in these buildings?
The other thing that might be working with the illithids,
Okay.
or
An artifact or something that they're using.
yeah,
A hole in the ground that might lead us to somewhere else where either of those things could be.
generally
Right, you are.
investigating.
Yep,
Um,
that's fine. I hadn't quite caught what it was you were trying to find.
Okay.
I thought I would
The
check
fact that
before you
we've-
started looking.
But us answering that now makes me think that's really stupid. Oh well.
I
Yeah.
think it's a perfectly reasonable thing to want to look for. Okay, so you're going to open the shed, or attempt
Yes.
to open the shed. That's
Yes.
fine. It has a crap latch on it. All you have to do is unlatch the door, and it's a shed.
Yay!
It's got some
One
boxes in it.
Okay.
What's in the boxes? A quick peek.
It looks like it's bits of broken pottery.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
Next door. Next building.
Quite carefully avoiding what going on the opposite direction of the illithid that we've noticed.
Okay, so you're working your way through buildings, moving away from the guardhouse.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's the sensible way of doing it. So.
Yeah.
Because we
Okay.
know the guardhouse is full of puppets.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. So you make your way along the row of buildings. None of them are particularly secure. Most of them, the doors are already open because there's still people wandering back and forth, even though it's well past bedtime by any reasonable standard. It's a mixture of small craft things. There's a there's a potter's wheel and a kiln in one. There's a wood shop. Some of them are domestic. There doesn't seem to be a lot of pattern between them, so it's not like it's been deliberately laid out. And occasionally, one of them is a bit more of a storage ground than anything else. But you work your way down the first run of buildings up until the next big alleyway, and there's nothing interesting to see here. What would you like to do?
Could storm the guardhouse.
I think we need to start taking down the illithids.
Yeah. I think we
Give it a go.
we stealth our way around behind the one that we know
Yeah, the one that's in the
And-
one that's in the shed.
and just grab him in the shed and murder him in the shed.
I think it's worth trying to stab it with opener.
Mm,
It did make that other guy explode.
it did.
In which case, I'm going to suggest we give opener to Jack, and Jack sneak up and stab it.
Okay. I am all
Yep.
I am all game for that. And that is a 21 to stealth.
Fine.
And then I'm gonna go around and try and stop this dude.
Okay.
What do you want first?
So first off, you're going to give me an initiative roll. All of you are. 'Cause it's not like the rest of you aren't going to be fighting if Jack doesn't pull this off.
Very
That's
true.
That's a 13.
5.
14.
Okay. Fine, I have a note of those, so we can go ahead and try this out. Okay, Jack. Just compare with your regular weapon.
Roll to hit.
Yep, so your roll to hit will be at
That is a 17. Hit.
yeah, that's fine. The opener is a magical weapon and more powerful than your regular weapon. So, give me your base rolls and I'll adjust for them.
So that's a 4. Is that including my sneak attack?
Yep.
As well.
Yeah, so just add up all of your d6.
Yeah. So that as 18.
Okay. So your sneak attack is good for an entire handful of damage. You basically stab him right in the kidney, or what would be a kidney if they have kidneys. Do they have kidneys? You've no idea.
It's a nice squishy spot.
It's a very squishy spot, and it creates quite the disturbance as it turns around and looks very unimpressed in your general direction.
Hello.
Funnily enough, it doesn't say hello back. Okay. Harry, you are next to act.
How can I? Okay. Right.
Could shoot an arrow and try not to hit.
Yeah, that's probably my best bet. Yeah. Okay, I shall shoot and hopefully not hit Jack.
You probably
I am
won't
little,
hit
so
Jack.
you probably won't hit me. I'm little.
Natural 20.
Nice.
That's what you want to do. Okay. Lovely
Headshot, headshot, headshot.
stuff.
So that is.
So give me 2d8.
So that is 13 1 piercing.
All of your damage with a longbow is piercing. Fine. 14 damage total. It's a bit squishy. You're been stabbed in something that might be a kidney, and you've shot it in the face. Not very impressed, and its tentacles are definitely unhappy with being arrowed at. But it will respond. It's going to look towards you, and it's going to blast you with its mind. So, all three of you will be caught by this.
Cool.
Give me an intelligence save.
Oh no.
Mm.
Oh no.
That is a
7.
12.
Jack, you have advantage on this because it's a magical attack.
8.
It's just as well as Jack that has opener right now.
It depends what Jack rolls on the advantage roll.
I can never find this. Where is my...
It's just another roll.
Oh, is it just normal?
Yep.
Yeah.
Advantages. You get to roll twice and use the best one.
Oh, that's a 50.
That'll do. Okay. The psychic assault clearly, literally goes over Jack's head. Jack is unaffected. But you are both stunned, and you take psychic damage. Malixire, you take 14 psychic damage.
Ouch.
And Ariat, you take 15 psychic damage. You are stunned for 10 rounds.
Oh.
But you can
We're
attempt
rooting
to,
for you, Jack.
but you can attempt to recover at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Good.
So, Malixire, you are stunned.
Yep.
Give me an intelligence save to recover.
Oh no. 10.
Nope. Jack,
Good.
I'm a stab. I'm just gonna stab.
yep. You stab all you like. You are not going to get your sneak attack, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's 21 to hit.
That's a good hit.
And that is a 9 damage
Okay.
from me.
It's actually slightly more than that because I need to adjust it, but that's all good. You are stunned. Give me an intelligence save.
13.
Not quite good enough.
I had one good roll tonight.
You did.
It was a very good roll, though.
It was a
It
very
was.
good roll. Okay, so we'll return to the Illithid, who is going to pay some attention to Jack. And attempts to strike you with its tentacles, but doesn't stoop low enough, and they pass over your head harmlessly.
It's because I'm too little.
Because you're too little. Literally what it is. So, that brings us back to Malakthire. Make your saving throw.
Here we go. 14.
Nope, you're still stunned. Jack, we're back at you already.
18 to hit.
That's a good hit. Do your
And
damage.
another 9. Another 9.
Excellent. Alright, now I need to do some quick maths. It's not dead yet, but it's looking very much the worse for being stabbed a lot.
I'm just imagining this little gnome dancing around, stabbing wildly.
Yeah. And that, and that, and that.
Take this and that. And
That's
that's
the way of
for
it.
Malak.
Harry, can you make an intelligence save for me?
No. No, I can't. I'm getting more stupid as time goes on.
It's a hard life. It brings us back to the Illithid, which is again going to attempt to do something about this damn gnome that's stabbing it in all sorts of unexpectedly squishy bits. Armor class is sufficient. You managed to just duck that one, Jack. Tentacles drifting across the top of your head, but they don't quite make proper contact. It's a very weird sensation.
He's taunting him. He's taunting it.
Come on, slowpoke.
That's the way to do it. Malakthire, make me a save.
4.
Oh no!
Not going well.
Oh well. Jack, what would you like to do here?
Keep stabbing. And
Go for it.
try and aim for the face. Try and aim for the face. That's a 16 though.
That's good enough to hit. You're
And
bang on target.
a 5.
5 damage this time. You clearly were aiming for the face because it wasn't quite as strong a hit.
I want to cut the tentacle off that tried to like zoom past me.
I need to take a little bit off your chin.
Perfectly reasonable. Okay, and that brings us to Ari. Better luck this time, eh?
Yay!
What did you get?
Non-natural 20.
That'll do nicely. You have recovered. You are no longer stunned. You can act in your next turn. And the Illithid is going to strike at Jack again. Only one dangerous target here, as far as it's concerned. It's got a pointy thing. That is a very good hit with the tentacles. The tentacles swoop down, latch onto the top of your head, Jack. Not something that you should probably encourage it to be doing.
Nope.
That is 17 points of psychic damage.
Oh.
And I need you to give me a strength check. Sorry, a strength saving throw.
Strength saving. That is 12.
Okay.
I have a... No, I don't. That's only with an upper, yeah.
Okay. It has successfully grabbed you with its tentacles. Can you give me an intelligence save?
Unnatural 20.
That's good. You are not stunned, but you are grappled.
Okay.
Okay. Malixire, can you recover from your stunning?
21.
Yes, you can. You've shaken the effects off finally. Jack, you are grappled. Give me a strength check. I assume you want to escape it. You're not going to be doing much of anything else. Earth to Jack.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I was adding my... That is a 22 to hit. I'm just gonna squeal wildly.
Yep, you effectively realise that you're sort of just above the ground level, and if you jump a bit, you'll break free, and you do.
Wow.
So you are no longer grappled, which is good. But that will be all you do this round. And Aria.
Is it possible for me to get a shot?
Yes.
Is Jack far enough away that I can
Yes.
shoot it?
The answer to that is always yes.
Non-natural 20.
That's a very good hit. Give me your damage. Don't roll a 1.
It's not much better.
It doesn't need to be much better. Literally,
3.
don't roll a 1.
3.
Your arrow flies straight into its eye, sinks deep, and it collapses in on itself.
Huzzah! Just gonna raise up his
Oh.
opener, like,
That wasn't much fun.
That was rough.
The gong
Oh.
sounds from the guardhouse.
let's go to the shed. Let's go to the shed.
Make me an intelligence save, each of you.
Whoa. 21.
14.
11.
You
Dear.
all manage to shake off the effects of the spell as it reaches you this time.
Goodness.
Oh, it's weakened. Is it weakened, maybe?
No, you just didn't roll like that.
No.
So that's going to happen every time we kill one of these things.
Mm.
The guard at the guardhouse are looking in your direction.
The bell's being rung from the guardhouse, right?
Yep. And the guards
Pretty
stood in
sure.
front of the guardhouse are now looking your way.
Pretty sure if we kick the shit out of whoever's in the guardhouse, they won't be able to ring that bell.
Yep.
We might need to. Damn.
Do we go to the other side for the moment?
Well,
Recover
Can
ourselves.
are we
Yeah.
undercover or can they see us?
Nope, you're in the open, and the guards are starting to move towards you.
That's what I thought. We don't have time to do that. Can I shoot at the guards?
You can give me an initiative check
Okay.
for each of you.
20.
14. 14.
10.
Okay.
So I'm going to
Oh
shoot
yeah,
at them.
you are acting first. You go ahead and shoot a guard.
10.
You go ahead and fire an arrow in between the two guards. No great effect.
Do they react to it?
No.
Okay. That's useful to know.
That's fair. Okay. Jack.
Jack's gonna switch to his short bow, seeing as they're at a distance, and shoot them. Try and shoot somebody.
Okay.
That is a 23
That is absolutely a hit.
and a 5 damage.
Okay. The guards move closer to you. They are not quite close enough to strike you themselves. They don't seem to be moving with any hurry at all. They're just plodding forwards and looking blank at you, or towards you.
Oh. If they're not rushing, could we just run around them then?
Well, it's Malixai's turn, so he can try that if you like.
Or I could try and go for a twinned firebolt and see if I can at least get rid of these ones.
You can do that.
Yeah, I will spend a sorcery point so I can target both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I'll need to roll 2 attacks. Which are a 27, so a natural 20, and a 10.
So one of those hits.
For 19 damage.
Quite a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
He's a candle now.
Yep. You light up the guy that Jack shot in the arm, and he just collapses to the ground. Doesn't make any noise. Doesn't do anything weird either.
Good. Maybe not good, but still.
Okay. That brings us back to Aria.
Okay, I shall try and shoot again.
Okay.
16.
A good hit.
7 damage.
Okay. You catch
And
the
I'll
other
take
guard
mine.
in
Excellent.
in an uncomfortable area.
But I can shoot again.
Mhm.
And And natural 20.
You can't because it's
Why?
because it's two-handed. Because it's a heavy weapon. Since it's heavy, that's the effect. One of the effects of the longbow is means that you can only fire it once, even if you have multiple attacks.
Fun. Okay. Then I've been doing that wrong before.
I've
That's
been
fine.
letting you.
Not
Haven't
today.
noticed.
But not today.
Okay. Jack.
I shall shoot again with my vicious longbow.
Okay.
And that is a natural 20.
That's a good hit. As you'd expect with a nat.
Ooh, and I get 12 damage. Ooh, I can't hear you.
Hey, I think you've went quiet.
I think your mic's gone.
You're completely muted. Grasping
Yes,
your
we
head
give you
and
a
bleeding
minute.
from the nose.
I will.
So
I will say I'm like I have 35 hit points after that blast.
Listen,
though.
I have 26.
Oh no!
I only have 41 in total, so that's.
I'm surprised he was able to hold so long on his own though.
You
Did very well.
Stabby, stabby. I need dual wielding. That's what I need next. Get both my swords.
But yeah, opener didn't seem to have any particular effect on the mind flayers, so they're maybe not godly related, based off of what we know from the last guy who stabbed with it. So, yeah, I might just need to actually beat the crap out of them.
Well, sneaking up on them seems to do the trick.
It does.
Malixar, take your action and don't mess it up.
Yeah. So, I could
He
use
also
them.
can't hear us.
Hmm?
He also can't hear us.
Oh no.
Dun dun dun. Chaos! We're unsupervised.
The last time that happened, it didn't go well either.
No, it did not. Shh. We don't talk about that time. Arya's here. We can't talk about that time.
I do not want to know.
I don't want to know. In Jack's defense, he was asleep for most of it.
Hearts.
Oh, he still has the stream up, so he can still hear us on the stream.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
Okay, if we kill the guard, go hide in the shed.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a
And then wrap up.
aye. Try and remember where we parked Silic.
He's fine. He's sleeping. He's okay.
He's protected,
Mm-hmm.
or as much as it can be.
Yeah.
So, Mal, you need to take your action.
Oh, I need to take my action. So the guard is still walking towards us, am I right? Or did you manage to kill him?
I think it's still one guard left.
Still one guard. In that case, I'm just going to go for another firebolt. That seemed to work quite well the last time. And that is an 18 to hit, which I think will hit, if it's just some guy. For a total of 8 damage.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
murder. He's dead.
Excellent. Now we've just left 2 flaming corpses
In the street.
in the middle of the street. But yeah, that's all in a night's work.
Mhm.
Hey, come on, let's go. Let's get in the shed and
Yeah.
patch yourselves up a little bit before we go and do
Yeah.
anything else.
That may be a good plan. Yeah.
Blech. I'm gonna get this tentacle goo off me. Ugh. Gross.
Suddenly very glad I am a ranged fighter.
And I think that's a wrap for this week.
Yeah, I think it might need to be.
Apologies for the ending, folks.
Not much we can do about it sometimes.
Yep.
Sadly.
Actually, no.
Yeah.
Tech gremlins. They do occur.
I mean, in fairness, we started this episode in combat. And we'd be finishing it in another combat.
Yep.
What more can you ask for?
But
Yeah.
yeah, we're going to take a brief break in the shed and see what next session brings.
Yes, I think that's our safest bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I have not prepared who we're going to raid out to, but I think Nikolai's going to start raiding pretty soon. So I'm tempted to call it there.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time, hopefully. Hopefully with less tech issues. You can find us on any social media as Penance RPG. We have some awesome sponsors who are dndice.co.uk and gemhammergaming.com. You can get a percentage off using our name, Penance RPG, as a discount code. If you'd like to support our work, then we have a Patreon and a Ko-Fi. Again, everything's just under Penance RPG. Thank you and good night.
Bye, guys.
Catch you all later.